Hi guys, today I am doing my video on my love for anime. I've liked anime since I was quite young, just simply because stuff like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Sailor Moon were on TV when I was growing up. Not my TV, because we had like channel 1, 2 and 5, but on my grandma's TV, because, you know, she had Freeview, which was pretty cool. Didn't have Sky though, so I still missed out on quite a lot. But the first thing I got into was Sailor Moon, because that was on about the same time as Pokemon was on, but I couldn't get into Pokemon just because it made no sense to me. It just made no sense. So I was just like, nah, I'm good. But Sailor Moon stuck out for me. Like, I liked the concept, I liked the plot, and I liked the characters. One thing I didn't like, the voices. The traditional 90s dub means overly stereotypical voices and 30-year-olds trying to sound like a cute 14-year-old, which didn't quite work. So when someone told me there was an original Japanese version, I quickly went to watch that, and my love for it grew because I could actually listen to it without cringing. You can like the dub, I don't mind, I just personally couldn't stand it. Then I got into Yu-Gi-Oh!, which was, again, on TV. But it was Yu-Gi-Oh! GX that was on TV when I was in like year 5 or 6. So I used to watch it before I went to school, and I loved it. I loved the concept, I loved the characters, I even loved the voices. And then I found out, oh my god, there's an original series. So I think they were playing reruns of that on another channel. So I used to watch that as well. Then, and when I got a bit older, they were playing Mew Mew Power and Digimon Data Squad. I didn't watch any of the original Digimon, only Data Squad, which is the one that not many people have heard of, which is quite sad actually, because it was pretty good. I liked it. And the dub, because I watched a bit of the sub just to see if it was any different. The dub is basically the same. Like, the voices are on point. I love it. And yeah, they were the ones that were on TV when I was growing up. I mean, you had Dragon Ball Z, but once again, I didn't understand it. I was like, why are these people shouting Kamehameha at each other and like, what the frig is Super Saiyan? What is happening? I was just basically watching it like, these are just overpowered as F, and no. And then, I started going on like anime forums and stuff, because I started getting more into it, because obviously I'd watched the Japanese version of Sailor Moon, and I was like, ooh, this is good. And then I watched D.Gray-man, which is really good, I advise it. Which is basically where exorcists fight demons, but demons are machines. It's pretty cool. And that kind of got me into like the ones, because at this point D.Gray-man wasn't dubbed yet, so this got me into like more of the original Japanese ones. Ones that had just come out, ones that weren't quite popular enough to be dubbed. Because then I watched stuff like, I think I watched Say I Love You, which I think I watched younger than I should have done. Then Toradora, which is amazing, by the way, you should totally watch it, it's so cheesy. Mayo Chiki, Dog Days, although I think that I watched that a bit too old to appreciate it fully, but it was cute adorableness, and that's all I needed. And then Vampire Night, it's one of those ones you just kind of have to watch whether you love it or hate it. I quite liked it at the time, but then I went back to watch it and I was like, oh my god, why did I enjoy this? And then I realised I liked the singers at the beginning and the end. That was basically it. And Zero. But don't judge me, I was like 13 when I watched that. Then, like, then there was a gap where I didn't really get into it much, and that's because I discovered YouTubers like Dan Phil Superman. You're the banes of my life. Then I got back into it about 2013, 14, and Death Note was quite popular, so I thought, oh, I'll try that. Couldn't really get into it. I don't know what, I think it was because it was too full on. Like, you know, it's like a psychological action anime, and I was prepared for that, but I was still just like, I just don't understand. Then I tried to get into Bleach. I gave myself 10 episodes. Okay, guys, I couldn't get into it. The same with One Piece. Basically, if it was popular, for some reason, I just couldn't get into it. Like, Bleach, One Piece, Death Note, I just couldn't get into them. And then I tried to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because apparently that's better than Full Metal Alchemist, but I couldn't get past episode 3. People who have watched it, you know what happens in episode 3. It was trippy as F, and still, to this day, that friggin' glowy figure thing with just the mouth, yeah, him, I don't like him. He gives me nightmares. And also the mother thing, I didn't like that either. Yeah. So, I got to episode 3 and went, nah, I'm too creeped out. Nope, bye. So, I tried, but I was defeated. And then nowadays I'm getting into the more modern ones, like quite a lot of dark ones coming out nowadays, like Parasite the Maxim, Tokyo Ghoul, Another, yeah, and then, yeah. I have got into some cute ones as well, like Monster Musume, although that's just plot, basically. But it's good for, you know, like, if you just want to sit back and just, especially if you've just watched the 3rd episode of Full Metal Alchemist and you're feeling a bit sorry for yourself, then you watch that to cheer yourself up, basically. It's like, I've been traumatized, I just want to watch cutesy girls fawn over some guy, it's great. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is basically do sort of like a series where basically I talk about an anime at a time, or a group of animes, because I have watched quite a few, but yeah, because otherwise this is going to be like 20 minutes long. But I'll leave it there. I have had to film this again because I forgot to turn my volume on last time because I'm an idiot. But I'll leave it there, and so you can expect more from me now, because I'm back at home, so my parents can't call me a creepy child who talks to herself. And yeah, like it if you liked it, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want. Tell me any of the animes you've watched, because I need suggestions, to be honest, because who doesn't want to fall further down into the hole of anime despair? Alright, bye bye.